Yes, and welcome back. This is the Touchline show right here on Y254. As promised earlier, I told you we are having a guest on the interview segment, and we have the ARC former champion, that is Karan Patel, on stage, and we'll be speaking about his journey so far, what it takes to be a rally driver, and moving forward, what will be, what he is aiming to do in the coming season. Karan, welcome to this show.
Thank you.
It's an amazing pleasure to have you here.
Thank you very much.
So you secured a win in Tanzania. You won the Mkawa ARC title. What does that mean to you, and what did it take for you to be the champion?
Yeah, thank you. We did just come back from Tanzania with a win.
Yeah.
It was good for us because the whole season actually for us has been a bit of a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
From Safari Rally with engine failure to a crash in Rwanda and missing out Burundi because of the crash.
Mm-hmm.
So the two rallies that we did win this year, Uganda and Tanzania.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was at least nice to end this season on a high note. But in the long run, in the whole bigger picture of things, we lost out on a hat-trick.
Yes.
Africa Rally Championship win. So we'll see if we have what it takes, support-wise, to fight for the championship next year. We'd really love to do that. Otherwise, the future is not known.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You are you won the ARC, that is in the previous editions, and this year probably you've said your season was a disaster. So what did not happen this season that happened the season that you were declared the ARC champion?
Well, for us, every Safari Rally, Kenya is part of one of the ARC rounds. So the Kenya round and the WRC are integrated into one event. And last year we actually managed to finish, as much as we crawled to the finish. So we managed to secure some points. But the competition is becoming more stiff, and we have more youngsters coming on board into the riding scene in Africa, which is good. Mm-hmm. Because in the past 2 or 3 years we've been we've still had some good stiff competition, but yeah, this year has been quite intense, and it's been more challenging. So we had engine failure in Safari Rally because of dust. A lot of dust went into our engine.
Mm-hmm.
So it totally messed our engine up. We had to replace it fully.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to Uganda. We managed to win Uganda.
Yeah.
Going into Rwanda, we were pushing very hard. Obviously now, some very stiff competition, but we had a mechanical failure in a high-speed section of the track. So due to this mechanical failure, we lost control of the car and crashed, quite a huge crash. So we damaged the body shell of the vehicle, and
yes.
Unfortunately then we couldn't repair it in time for the next round, which was Burundi. So we lost out on points for Burundi and Rwanda.
Mm-hmm.
And we lost our points to Safari, so we had no chance of winning the championship this year.
Again, rallying in Africa, different terrains, different climates, how do you get to prepare yourself? Maybe you were in Burundi, you went to Tanzania, at the same time in Kenya. How do you get to plan yourself in order to participate in these various legs of ARC?
Well, when you talk about climate, I guess you're talking about the temperatures and the heat, yes. And yeah, it's definitely very tasking on the body.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have a very good state of physical fitness, because if you don't, then you start wearing out also your mental side. So I'm always preparing, to be very honest. Ever since I wanted to be a professional rally driver, I've mm-hmm. always spent a lot of time working out, a lot of time conditioning myself to be the best version of myself when I'm behind the wheel. So, I think I've been working out consistently since 2016.
Mm-hmm.
4 a.m., 5 a.m. gym sessions, and then straight to work. And yeah, it's been good. It's good for your health, and it's good for trying to be the best rally driver in Africa.
Yes, and you spoke about you not winning the championship this year. Does it mean that the level of competition has increased in matters rallying is concerned?
Not really. I mean, yes, just because I lost the championship doesn't proportionally mean that the level of competition has gone up. It just, for me, it means we had an unlucky season. And yes, with total, nothing to do with me not winning, there is new upcoming talent coming into the Africa Rally Championship scene.
Yeah.
And that's good for us. It's good because the only way to become better is when you get pushed.
Yes.
To surpass, yourself and your comfort zone. So it's very beneficial to have good competition. And like I said, this year has just been, I would say, unlucky.
Rallying is not a solo job. You're not alone. And what does your team? What role do they play for you in these championships?
A huge role they play. We start with, obviously, as a team, we are a KCB rally team.
Yeah.
So a lot of financial support and moral support from the whole of the KCB family, from each country we rally in. We have, a very good, strong connection with them as a family. And they've played a huge role in getting us to where we are today.
Yes.
Alongside that, we have my dad, who's been the backbone of the team. So before KCB came along, KCB would never have probably noticed the talent in me as a driver and in us as a team if it was not for the support that my dad and my family put into me to get me to where I was when then we started working with KCB.
Yeah.
So that being the backbone, and then my team. I have my co-driver who's been with me for 10 years. We've been rallying together for 10 years in the rally car, like every rally together. So it's been a very long journey, and we build on trust and we build a relationship on that. And same with my team of mechanics and engineers who've maintained all the cars I've had over the years. It's the same people for the last, it's not even 10 years now, because we started rallying in 2014. So coming to the 12th year next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying you started rallying in 2014.
Yeah.
So how has the journey been for you so far?
I wouldn't complain. I mean, I'm a strong believer in the fact that God has a plan for everybody. So the fact that we are where we are today it's because God wishes it to be so.
Yeah.
And we started small. We started with a budget vehicle and a budget team and a small amount of spare parts. And from the time we started, we as a team really made people notice us with strong results and strong performance. And like I said, then my dad has invested in me all this way to the point where now we are part of the KCB rally team, and we're very thankful for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now you look at the rallying sport in Kenya. At the moment, probably you're the best. So what does it take for you to be a champion? And for those maybe who are watching you at the moment, they're wondering what they can do for them to reach that level that you've reached so far. So what can you tell these young upcoming rally drivers?
Well, for one, rally doesn't, it's not a job. So
Yeah.
for the youngsters out there, it's important for them to, prioritize on a good education and get a sound job where, you have an income, at least to be able to sustain yourself. And you do need someone to support your need as someone who wants to be a rally driver. So you have to be a bit lucky to have someone that can really
Yes.
back you up financially to get you going. But yeah, for one to be a top rally driver, I think I would say there's been a lot of compromise. I mean, I spend a lot of time just either, if it's not racing, then I'm working out, fitness. I do enjoy the job that I have, so I spend a lot of time at work if I'm not racing. But it's like you have to compromise somewhere. So for me, my compromise is social life. It's
Yes.
like zero socializing. It does have its downfalls, but on the upside, that's what it means to be a champion. You have to focus on one thing and keep your focus. And your vision in one direction. And yeah, so it's important to understand that either you choose to party all the time or you choose to be an athlete.
Yes.
Yeah.
Over the years, what are some of the toughest rallies maybe you've taken part of? And as Karan Patel, how do you see the Kenyan terrain? Is it suitable for you? I mean, is it suitable for the rally championship maybe?
When you talk about the toughest terrain, I think Kenya probably has the toughest terrain.
Yeah.
And we've rallied Kenyan terrain for 11 years, so very climatized to this very tough, grueling rallies with very rough stages, and then you're under this hot sun, and it's, yeah, it really makes you, feel the worst that it can possibly get to, and then everything else after that is quite easy. So you go to Uganda, it's a bit cooler, it's a bit smoother. You go to Rwanda, it's extra smooth, but it's still hot.
Yeah.
So Kenya is just extra rough, extra hot, and so you get the worst here, and it trains you to learn to work with the worst, and it's not a bad thing.
Take us back. How was the feeling when you won the ARC title? Maybe if you could at least give us some of the experience.
I mean, it's the same feeling as if you worked a job and then you became the owner of the company.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same thing. You work so hard to achieve something, and then you achieve it, and then you achieve it again the next year. So it's even sweeter. And unfortunately, we were trying to achieve it for a third time. Secure our name in history books, but unfortunately, God has His own plans. So
yes.
Yeah, we are very happy to have been Africa champions twice. We would have been Africa champions in 2022 also, but we missed out on one event, Ivory Coast, which was unreachable for us. We had to travel a very long distance, and we just couldn't do it. So because we missed out that event, we missed out being the champions, because we won every other rally after that. So yeah, c'est la vie. Yeah.
So maybe somebody watching you at the moment, this person is wondering, how did your journey to be a rally driver begin? So maybe you can maybe tell us how your journey has been so far, who mentored you to become who you are today, and some of the challenges you faced to be where you are today.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say so. Yeah, I was influenced into rallying by the fact that I used to race motorbikes. So I was influenced into motorbikes because my dad's friend called him to bring me to the track one day, and my dad's friend's son was riding, so I got to go on this motorbike, and I really enjoyed it. So again, my dad started with a very budget bike. He bought me a budget motorcycle, not something to race with, but just to learn. And from there, we started with a cheap bike, and then over the years, I did manage to become the Africa motocross champion, East Africa rather. And then yes, I stopped to study, and I did my O-levels, A-levels, university, and when I was at uni, then my dad was taking part in some events as a co-driver. So the fact that he's rallying, I thought, I could try and ask him if I could also have a go. And thankfully he said, yeah, it's possible, as long as I would, get good grades and come back to Kenya after I finished my studies and secure myself a job. So which I did all that, and then I was allowed to at least start with. I started with a Subaru Impreza, so not a very expensive car. It's like a 600,000 shilling car, whereas more expensive vehicles can be like 20-30 million shillings, rally cars. So
yes.
If for us in rallying, 800,000 is a reasonable priced car. And yeah, so we started from there, and it's been a good journey over the years.
Now that you've mentioned about motorbikes, what's the difference between when you're racing with a motorbike, at the same time maybe with a car?
The biggest difference is that you don't have seat belts. So if you fall on a bike, you go down with it, you're definitely going to get hurt. And it teaches you to have very, very, it just teaches you to be very courageous.
Yes.
Yeah, you learn to take the damage as a human, and you become a bit stronger also. You're ready for some impacts here and there. And yeah, you just, mentally you become tough.
Now that the season has already, it has been concluded,
Yeah.
moving forward, what are the Karan Patel fans expecting from you?
Well, it's hard to tell. We're in talks with our sponsor, KCB Bank and KCB Group, and hopefully we can, secure another year with them, so that next year we can still race and try and become the Africa champions again, and try and finish in a top spot amongst the Kenyans in the WRC Safari Rally. But yeah, nothing's guaranteed, so we are doing what we have to do, trying our best to definitely continue being the best, because I'm not done yet.
Yeah, you're not yet done.
Yeah.
Again, which legacy do you want to leave in this sport?
That's a good question. What are my options?
Yeah.
I'm asking you.
you need to kind of tell us, what legacy do you want to leave behind?
For me, it's just to put my name in history books as one of the greatest drivers, especially in Kenya, if not in Africa. And that's why I'm very dedicated to this sport. Yeah. And yeah, there's nothing that would actually take my priorities away from trying to be a legendary driver. Yeah. Yeah.
In Kenya over the years, maybe one of the drivers that has been your mentor, maybe?
Yeah, Baldev Chaga is someone I used to always go to for advice. Obviously, till now, I still go to him, but a lot less than what I used to do before with him. Yeah. But that's because he's fed me so much over the years. So there's not much more he has to share with me, because now we are like I'm very like saturated with his information. So yes. He's been a great help, and we're still very good friends. We still talk to each other. We still do business together. And yeah, he's been one that has guided me along the way quite a lot.
The World Rally Championship, you've participated in WRC and ARC. So what is the difference in terms of competition, in terms of maybe when you prepare yourself to participate in the two? How do you get to prepare yourself to take part in the ARC, and what are the things do you do when you're taking part in the WRC?
There's no difference, actually. The way we approach rallies is always the same. We take it with the same seriousness. WRC is slightly longer than a normal event. Yeah. The fact that it's in Kenya means it's the toughest event of the year. And the fact that you have drivers coming in from all over the world. These people are elite drivers. They are like, they make us look extremely slow. Yeah. And the only way we could actually try and meet their pace is if we were to go out of the country and race with them on other events, which we don't get to do. So the only time we get to really gauge ourselves against them is in Kenya, and by then it's too late to try and take extra risks to meet their pace. Yes. So we just have to stick with what we can do best, and we fight it out amongst us as Kenyans.
Over the years, have you met maybe one of the moments you were faced with maybe some challenges, and you felt that this is now the end, but you bounced back and you kind of got to where you are at the moment?
Yeah, there's a number of times that's happened. Mostly when you crash and you write off a car, and then you think, man, where am I going to get the funds to build this car back again so I could race with it again? So there's been a few moments like that, but thankfully nothing else. It's always been like, due to an accident or a crash that we doubt now, like, will we come back? Do we have to call it quits? So apart from that, touch wood, like, nothing else would make me feel like we have to stop.
Yeah, and finally, maybe for somebody who wishes to be like Karan Patel, these young riders, maybe, what can you tell them? What motivation maybe you can, give them to them, and maybe it can motivate them for their journey as they wish to get to where you've already reached?
Well, my advice, as I earlier stated, is to prioritize education first. Whatever resources, finances you have, if you were to choose between rally and education, I would choose education. But thereafter, yes, when you've done your own thing and you're on your own 2 feet,
Yeah.
or you have a good sponsor, then then you can jump into rallying. But until then, rallying is something that will drain your pockets if you're not very careful. And so my advice would be to the youngsters that yes, do what your heart follows. I mean, follow what your heart wants, but at the same time, you have to be a bit logical about it and weigh your options.
Your parting shot?
I'm not done yet.
Yes, the way I said, he is not yet done. And I think that is where we put a cap to this interview segment. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure having you here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
We hope to do it again next season, and we are waiting to see how it will pan out for you.
Yeah.
It has been an amazing segment, speaking to Karan Patel, the former ARC champion, and we've spoken a lot about his journey, things to consider maybe when you want to become one of the best rally drivers in Africa. Coming up after this short break, it will be the Fan Zone, where we generally focus on the international sport, the EPL, the Champions League, Serie A, and various sports as matters international sport is concerned. I've been your host, Peter Areri, and I said earlier that you keep on sending your feedback. I'll be sampling them at the end of the show. Stay tuned.